Did you know that some of history's most famous figures actually crossed paths in real life? Let's dive into 10 surprising meetings that you probably never knew happened. Welcome to today's exploration of fascinating historical encounters. History as we know it is often painted in broad strokes, but what about the intricate moments where the lives of remarkable figures intersected? Join us as we uncover 10 surprising meetings between some of history's most notable figures. These encounters shape the course of events in ways you might never have imagined. The year is 48 BC. The Nile River, a shimmering ribbon of lifeblood, flows through the heart of ancient Egypt. It is here in the vibrant city of Alexandria that two of history's most iconic figures meet for the first time. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, and Julius Caesar, the rising star of Roman politics. Cleopatra, a woman of immense intellect and ambition, needed Caesar's military might to defeat her rivals and solidify her grip on the Egyptian throne. Caesar, ever the pragmatist, saw in Egypt a source of wealth and resources, vital for his own ambitions in Rome. Their union, cemented by the birth of their son, Caesarion, intertwined the fates of these two great civilizations, setting the stage for centuries of Roman influence in Egypt. Our journey takes us now to 18th century France, a country alive with intellectual ferment and cultural brilliance. It is in this vibrant milieu that two seemingly disparate figures cross paths: Giacomo Casanova, the legendary lover and adventurer, and Benjamin Franklin, the American polymath and statesman. Imagine the scene: the flickering candlelight of a Parisian salon, the air thick with the scent of perfume and lively conversation. Franklin, ever the scientist and diplomat, likely found himself intrigued by Casanova's tales of adventure and romantic conquest. Casanova, in turn, would have been drawn to Franklin's intellect and his insights into the burgeoning American spirit. Their meeting exemplifies the spirit of the Enlightenment, a time when ideas, like sparks, flew across continents and ignited revolutions. From the intellectual fervor of the salons we move to the opulent court of Versailles, where music, dance and intrigue filled the air. Here, a young Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, already a celebrated musical prodigy, crossed paths with Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France. Imagine the young Mozart, barely a teenager, his fingers dancing across the ivory keys, captivating the court with his extraordinary talent. Marie Antoinette, known for her love of music and the arts, would have been enchanted by his genius. Mozart, eager to secure a position at court, even dedicated several compositions to the young queen. Their connection symbolizes the intersection of power and artistry, a delicate dance between creativity and royal responsibility. Chapter 5. Mark Twain and Nikola Tesla. When wit met innovation. From the courts and salons of Europe, we journey now to the bustling streets of late 19th century New York City, a place where invention and innovation were transforming the world. It is here that two giants of their time, Mark Twain, the celebrated American author, and Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor, crossed paths. Imagine the scene: Twain, known for his sharp wit and keen observations on human nature, meeting Tesla, a man whose mind seemed to crackle with electricity, both literally and figuratively. Twain, ever the skeptic, likely peppered Tesla with questions about his inventions, his mind struggling to grasp the complexities of electricity and magnetism. Their meeting highlights the power of curiosity and the importance of embracing new ideas, even if they seem strange or even impossible at first glance. Pope Pius IX and Theodore Roosevelt. An unlikely encounter. Our journey takes us now to Rome, the Eternal City, a place where history and faith intertwine. It is here, in the heart of the Catholic Church, that an 11-year-old Theodore Roosevelt, future President of the United States, had a chance encounter that would leave a lasting impression on him. Picture the scene: young Roosevelt, traveling through Europe with his family, finds himself in the presence of Pope Pius IX, the head of the Catholic Church. Despite the political turmoil, the Pope received the young Roosevelt and his family. This brief encounter, though seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme of history, left a deep impression on the young Roosevelt. It exposed him to the power of faith and the complexities of religious authority, themes that would later influence his own presidency. Chapter 7. Charlie Chaplin and Albert Einstein. When laughter met genius. The year is 1931. Hollywood, the land of dreams, is buzzing with excitement for the premiere of Charlie Chaplin's latest film, City Lights. Amidst the glitz and glamour, a remarkable encounter takes place between two icons of the 20th century, Chaplin, the master of silent comedy, and Albert Einstein, the renowned physicist. Imagine the scene, the flash of cameras, the roar of the crowd, and then a moment of quiet connection as these two titans of their time meet. Einstein, his hair a wild halo, his eyes twinkling with intelligence, is drawn to Chaplin's quiet charisma. Chaplin, ever the observer of human nature, is fascinated by Einstein's aura of genius, a mind that has unlocked the secrets of the universe. During their meeting, Einstein remarked, "What I admire most about your art is its universality. You do not say a word, and yet the world understands you." Chaplin, in his characteristically humble way, replied, "It's true, but your fame is even greater. The world admires you when no one understands you." Their exchange reveals a deep mutual respect and a shared understanding of the human condition. Our journey takes us now to the heart of the 20th century, a time of unprecedented scientific and artistic revolution. It is in this era of groundbreaking discoveries and radical artistic expressions that Albert Einstein and Pablo Picasso, two titans of their respective fields, crossed paths. Imagine the scene. Einstein, his mind ablaze with the complexities of relativity and the nature of time, meeting Picasso, the painter who shattered artistic conventions with his cubist masterpieces. They discuss the nature of reality, the limitations of perception, and the power of the human mind to comprehend the universe. Einstein, with his theories of relativity, had shown that time and space were not absolute but relative to the observer. Picasso, with his cubist paintings, had deconstructed the traditional rules of perspective, presenting multiple viewpoints simultaneously. From the realm of science and art, we move to the world of social justice and activism, where two iconic figures, Mahatma Gandhi and Charlie Chaplin, found common ground in their shared belief in the power of non-violence. Imagine the scene. Gandhi, the Mahatma, the embodiment of peaceful resistance, meeting Chaplin, the little tramp, whose silent films brought laughter and tears to millions worldwide. Chaplin, deeply moved by Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolent resistance, found in the Mahatma a kindred spirit, a man who believed in the power of love to overcome hate. Gandhi, in turn, recognized the power of Chaplin's art to reach a global audience, to touch hearts and minds, and to inspire compassion. Their encounter reminds us that true change requires not only political action, but also a fundamental shift in human consciousness. Our journey concludes in 19th century Europe, a time when Romanticism was sweeping the arts, celebrating emotion, imagination, and the power of the individual. It is in this era of soaring melodies and fantastical tales that two artistic souls, Jenny Lind, the Swedish Nightingale, and Hans Christian Andersen, the beloved storyteller, forged a deep and enduring bond. Imagine the scene. Lind, her voice a thing of ethereal beauty, captivating audiences with her operatic performances. Andersen, the master of fairy tales, his imagination weaving magic with words, is utterly captivated by her talent. Their connection, a blend of music and literature, reminds us that art, in all its forms, has the power to transcend boundaries, to touch our hearts, and to create lasting bonds between people from different worlds. Queen Elizabeth II and Marilyn Monroe, a meeting of icons. Our journey through time takes us now to London, where Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of grace and duty, began her reign as the British monarch. Her early reign, a period of post-war recovery and transformation, coincided with the golden age of Hollywood, a time when cinema and celebrity culture were flourishing. It is in this vibrant context that Queen Elizabeth II met Marilyn Monroe, the American actress and cultural icon, during a royal film performance in London. Their brief conversation, filled with mutual admiration and curiosity, was more than a mere celebrity encounter. It symbolized the merging of two worlds, royalty and Hollywood, each with its own influence and power. This meeting underscored the interconnectedness of the post-war era, a time when cultural icons from different spheres could come together, bridging gaps and inspiring a generation. Their interaction highlighted the global influence of both the British monarchy and American cinema, marking a significant moment in history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time, exploring the surprising encounters of remarkable individuals. As we've seen, history is not merely a collection of dates and battles, but a rich tapestry woven from the threads of human interaction. These moments of connection remind us that history is made not only in grand halls of power, but also in quiet moments of shared humanity. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on these fascinating meetings in the comments below.